Hi guys, Chloe here. I'm going to talk to you about divergent thinking and convert thinking and the importance between the two and how to make your future projects better. Before we dive into the topic, we got to know what's the difference. Well, one term is you come up with many ideas as possible, while the other one is opposite by narrowing it down to a single solution. My first example is a fast car. When we think of a fast car, we think of them as going fast, going over the speed limit, and probably not going to stop. My second example is a stop car. When we think of a stop car, we think of it's not going to move, staying put, waiting for the light to turn green, and thinking about where to turn. Looking back at my first example, the fast car is racing over the speed limit just like divergent thinking is racing with endless possibilities. The fast car wants to keep going just like divergent thinking wants you to keep going with ideas. Looking back at my second example, the stop car is thinking of what route the car should take, just like convergent thinking is thinking of one idea to solve the problem. The stop car is deciding what route to take, just like convergent thinking wants you to decide what route of ideas should you take to solve the one problem. We're going to try a little exercise. I want all of you to stand up from where you are sitting and reach for the skies, arms all the way up. Reach, reach, reach. Now bend down and try to touch your toes and just sit there for a few seconds. How did that feel? When you felt reaching up, were you feeling in power, growing, stretching out those muscles you haven't touched? How did that feel when you touch your toes? Make you heavy, stopped? From the exercise, when you were reaching for the sky, that is how divergent thinking works. It is reaching out for those ideas and going out to reach endless exploring possibilities. When you bent down and touched your toes, you felt heavy and couldn't stop thinking about one singular plane. That is how convergent thinking works. It makes you stop and slow down because it's all about thinking of one solution. From the exercise and the examples I have shown, I am a divergent thinker. I like to create many ideas as possible, both good and bad, and I love racing against the clock for how many ideas I can come up with. Divergent thinking is about reaching out for ideas, while convergent thinking is making you stop and think of one singular solution. Both relate to one another and both are necessary for all projects. A group will use divergent thinking for endless ideas and go on to convergent thinking to narrow those ideas down to one solution, and they will go back and forth until they find their answer to their problem. Thank you guys for listening to me about the difference between divergent thinking and convergent thinking. Have a nice day!